The meaning of feathers. What a feather symbolizes. Mystical link between heaven and earth. Feathers are more than just the dress code of our feathered co-inhabitants. They symbolize the birds themselves, as well as flying, floating, the ethereal, and the unbound. Each feather in itself is a small work of art of nature. You will hardly find two exactly alike. Speaking of finding, it happens rarely enough that we discover a bird feather in the wild. White feathers are particularly rare, so for this reason alone they have a special significance. They are commonly regarded as one of the symbols through which the universe makes contact with us humans. Similar to angel numbers or recurring synchronicities, feathers are said to convey messages from the higher powers. Basically, a feather is a good sign. It is supposed to assure us that someone is watching over us and accompanying us on our life's journey. The advanced among the spiritually anchored people distinguish the meaning of feathers even by their color. In our latitudes, one most often encounters A. Brown feathers. They stand for health and serenity in all circumstances. With regard to our health, we can be reassured. Everything will turn out for the best. If troubled times dominate your life right now, they too will soon fade into the background in favor of a calmer phase of inner serenity. B. Gray feathers. These symbolize peace, especially the much-quoted domestic peace and good and friendly togetherness in everyday life. If you are going through times of turmoil and discord, finding a gray feather promises you the prospect of soon calming down on these fronts. C. Green iridescent feathers. These beautiful animal findings represent good fortune in all walks of life, financial prosperity, and promising developments in the near future. D. Black feathers. We usually owe these to ravens, which have long enjoyed special reverence as direct messengers of the gods anyway. If they leave us a part of their precious feathers, this finding means that episodes of grief, personal loss, or failure will soon be over. Our angels always scatter these hints to us during bad times to assure us that the good ones are not too far off. E. Brown and white feathers. They attest to our soon-to-be abundant good fortune. It is worth taking home a brown and white feather. It represents Fortuna's cornucopia and rich blessings for our home and its residents. When things are going well for you, the brown and white feather reliably shows you that you are doing everything right and that everything will develop to your satisfaction. F. Black and white feathers. They are a call from your guardian angel not to give up hope. The contrast of black and white represents the good times and the bad times, and that we will encounter both in life. But above it all, hope, much like a delicate feather, hovers, reminding us to persevere and not give up. G. Dove feathers. The relatively rare, black and white or gray and white elongated dove feathers are a special find. They want to tell you that all possibilities are still open to you in life. Even if you are currently going through difficult times, the tide may soon turn in your favor, you will see. The peculiarity of the white feather. The most prominent representative of the feathered celestial intelligence is undoubtedly the white feather. Since time immemorial, it has had a great symbolic effect in all cultural circles of the world. There is hardly a shaman, cult, or nature-loving form of spiritual belief practice that does not appreciate the white feather. In general, it stands for a message that your guardian angel wants to send you personally. The color white primarily stands for innocence, purity, and supernatural beauty. No other artifact is better able to make the element of air visible. This fact alone has probably led over the centuries to consider the white feather as a direct message from our celestial messengers. Feathers in dreams. You are familiar with dream catchers. They are usually round structures made of threads or twigs covered with feathers. They are supposed to protect especially children from bad dreams and let only beautiful things penetrate their nocturnal subconscious. However, feathers also have a special meaning as a dream symbol. Finding a brown feather in a dream indicates entering a transitional stage of your life. We will soon leave behind an old stage of life and begin a new one. But be careful, a change does not automatically have to be something positive. You can tell the turn your life is about to take by how you feel after awakening. If the brown feather has filled you with hope and joy, happiness is at your door. If, on the other hand, you are in a negative mood and feel unwell, you may have to prepare yourself for difficult times. Your expectations may not be met, or you may have to bury certain hopes. If you have a mouthful of feathers in your dream, an uncomfortable feeling, then this image means that you have to expect obstacles. Someone wants to muzzle you and slow you down. If you see yourself collecting or picking up a feather in a dream, financial blessings are in store for you. You will definitely have a lucky hand in the near future. If a raven feather appears in your dream, your spiritual perception will expand. Ravens have long been considered messengers of the higher world. You may soon think about gaining knowledge and a step further on the path to enlightenment. To find an eagle or hawk feather will probably really only be granted to us in dreams. They stand for strength, power, success, and assertiveness. A peacock feather is a special kind of find. If you find one in your dream, you are in for a promotion. Feathers as a mythological upgrade. Among indigenous peoples, feathers symbolized prestige and status. The more splendidly and luxuriantly designed headdress of the chief, the greater his merits as a warrior. Another astonishing detail on the subject of feathers in a mythological context can be found in the pictorial representations of the Mayans and Aztecs. There, a feathered serpent represents a special deity, which is supposed to represent the connection to the earth with the lifting up into heavenly or divine spheres. Here too, the feathers make it possible to float away into the realm of spiritual beings and cultic authorities. This special linking of the feather with the 4 cardinal points, i.e., the 4 cardinal directions, has been handed down from Native American tribes. For example, a Dakota shield shows the eagle as a thunderbird, which was arranged between 4 clusters of feathers. The feathers are said to carry the already powerful bird in all 4 cardinal directions, thus holding out the prospect of complete freedom. The pen is mightier than the sword. This legendary quote refers to the long tradition of the feather as a writing tool. It served us humans for centuries as the only written means of communication. The saying, "to adorn oneself with other people's feathers," also suggests how valuable the delicate bird's feather is when it is well earned. Even as children, we were delighted when particularly beautiful feathers could be found along the way. Now we know why. Finding a feather is always a good sign. They are the links between heaven and earth. Angels send them to us as a clear sign of hope, protection, and confidence.